So I found this really cool Google extension called Google Web Paint, and I recommend everyone to use this extension when you're using your computer with the students because it's going to make life easy for you. It's very good. And the reason why I'm recommending it is because any web page that you go to, Google Docs, games, YouTube videos, pretty much whatever worksheets, whatever you have open on your computer, you can actually draw on it. You can type in words, you can change the color, you can change the thickness of the lines that you're drawing. You can actually go into highlight mode and highlight stuff for the students. You can also take pictures of what it is you're doing on your computer, and you can actually save it to where you want. So really good. It's highly recommended. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So just type in Google Web Paint, and after you type in Google Web Paint, you're going to go to Web Paint Google Chrome. And then you're going to come to the Chrome Web Store, and then you're going to see where it says Add to Chrome, and you're going to left click Add to Chrome. And it's going to ask you to add extension. You're going to left click Add Extension. And then you'll see it pop up over here. And it's going to be this little blue, white, red, yellow looking icon. So one of the first things you want to do is you're going to click on the little puzzle thing here. And the reason why is because that's where your extensions are. So any kind of extension that you download, it's going to be there. So if you left click it, you're going to go down where it says Web Paint, and then move over here to the right where this little pin, it says Pin Extension. The reason why you want to left click and pin the extension because now it's always up there and you'll be able to use it whenever you want. So let's get into it and see what we could do with this web paint. So let's say I'm showing pictures of a shark, right? And I'm trying to tell the student where the eye of a shark is, and the student doesn't know where that's at, so I got to circle it. So I'm going to left click right over here. It says Web Paint, and then this pops open. And these are all the little functions that you can have. So you have a pen where you can draw. You have your color picker, and what that is that you can click on a color on the web page or whatever it is you're on, and then that'll take that color and you can use it. Your text where you can type in words. You have your lines where you can draw, and these are the various lines that you can draw on. Lines that you can use that you could draw on your computer, your laptop, whatever it is you're on. Your cursor, so let's say I'm drawing something and then I want to click on this picture. Well, I'm not going to be able to click on this picture if I'm drawing on it because I don't have my cursor. So I have to go back and change it to a cursor. So if I want to click on something, website, picture, whatever, you're going to click back on your cursor, and now my cursor is back to where it is. So you're going to be going from your pen, drawing stuff, and let's say you want to click on the next picture or the next thing, whatever it is, you're going to go back and you're going to click on cursor, and then now you can click on whatever you want. You have your eraser, so if you want to specifically erase something. Your paint bucket, where you're going to be able to paint the entire page whatever color you want. Your settings, these are just shortcuts. So if you don't want to click on the little stuff right over there on the bar, you could just shortcut it right here. And then you have your color scheme here where you can change it to whatever color you want. And then if you wanted a dark color or if you wanted a light color, I'll stay with the red. The size, this will determine the thickness of your lines that you're going to draw. So the lower the number, the thinner the line, the higher the number, the thicker the line, and that also goes for your text, whatever you're typing. So the smaller the number, the smaller the letters and the words, the bigger the number, bigger the letters, the words you're going to be typing up. Transparency is whether you can see through it or not. So basically this is going to be highlighter mode, and I'll show you later. So if it's low number, it'll look like a highlighter. If you have it all the way up, it'll be really thick where you can't see through the line. And then anytime you're gonna make a mistake and you don't want to just erase something a little bit by little bit, you can do step backwards. It'll erase that one thing that you just did. And then if you wanted to go back and show it again, you could do that. If you wanted to erase everything, that's where you're gonna click on. This is going to be your picture mode where you can take a picture of it and then you can actually download it and then crop it, meaning that you can fix the picture to whatever size you want. And then this is just to close the control panel back and forth and use other features, and then to actually close out absolutely everything. So let's jump into it. So let's say my student can't see where the eye is at, and I'll start off with the size, the width of the what I'm drawing. So let's say I circle it and my student still can't see. The line's not thick enough. All right, so my student says I can't see. I say, okay, I'm gonna make the line a little bit thicker. I went from 5% to 100%. So now I'm gonna try it again, and then you can see how much thicker it is now. And it lets my student know, okay, that's the eye, and let's say, I wanted to spell it out for my student. So I can go over to text, and then let's say I wanted to type the word right here. I'm gonna left click there, and you can see the little cursor there, and then I can put AYE. And now I have eye. So my student could see what part of the shark is the eye, and then I could type in the word. And then let's say, I didn't like it was too big, or I wanted to add a different word, whatever, I wanted to erase it, I can hit the step back, and that erases the whole thing. And then let's say I change my mind and I want it back, I'm going to hit step forward, which is right here. I left click that, and it goes back. And then let's say if I wanted to, just delete everything, I can go erase all, this little broomstick right over here, click that, and then it's all gone. So nice little features that I can use right there. So I'll show you the highlighter mode. So let's say, I'm on a web page right here about sharks, and let's say I wanted to highlight some text, so that way they could see what I'm highlighting. So I would left click, let's say I want to do red, transparency. I don't want it high because then you won't be able to see through it. You want it to be a low number. So let's, try 14. Let's do red. Let's see, down over here where it says they have numerous sets of replaceable teeth. So let's say I wanted to highlight that for my students. Oops. Sorry, I'm like trying to do this with one hand holding the camera, and then, oh wait, hello, because I did text. Silly me. All right, let me go to pin, not text. There we go. Left click, and then I highlighted it because it's a low number on the transparency. So now students can see that I highlighted it, and that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna up the number of the transparency. And then let's say I wanted to highlight, under the broader definition, the earliest known sharks date back to more than 420 million years ago. Let's say I wanted to date back. If I don't want to highlight, I can increase the, whoops, you know what, let's change that. That's too thick. So I don't like it, it's too thick. I'm gonna fix that. Let's fix the size. Let's go with, let's say 40. Let's try that size. Okay, so dates back, I'm gonna highlight that. That's better. Dates back more than 40 million years ago. So that's the difference of transparency. That's what 99% looks like, and then this was, I think, 5 or whatever it is. So that will be your highlight mode. So if you want to highlight stuff, you can. If you don't, you could just change the transparency. So again, the lower the number, that will be your highlight mode, where you can actually see what it is you're highlighting. And if you wanted to make it thicker and not see through it, you increase the number, and then there you go. And if that's something I don't like, you can go back, step back, that erases it. If I decide, I actually did like it, let me go step forward. I can click there. If I want to get rid of everything, you left click that little broomstick where it says erase all, and it's all gone. And then let's say if I wanted to paint everything, I can left click it. Everything turns red. If I don't like that, erase everything or step back, whatever you want. Same thing with these lines. If I'm gonna, point the shark here and then, point it, connect it, however I want to do with the shapes. If there's a paragraph or a couple words right here that I want, I can extend it right there, and then that's what I'm trying to emphasize. So let's say I'm gonna get rid of all of that. Let's say videos, right? So we're going to the video. Let's say I wanted to underline something for the students to see, or circle something in the video. So I can't click because I'm on my pin, so I got to go back and make sure I am on the cursor. So now I'm on cursor, and now I can play the video.
For shark diving. More specifically,
all right, let's see. Okay, right there. So let's say I wanted to circle the mouth for the students. Okay, so I'm gonna click on, I was on cursor, and now I'm gonna go to pin. There we go. Let's say I wanted to, you know, circle this right here. And then I can write in, you know, mouth. I would not recommend going to text, because your keyboard has certain functions that whatever you type will fast forward the video, it'll pause it, it'll rewind, it'll open, close. So if you're gonna do this with videos, I recommend you're gonna have to draw in the words, whatever it is, and not click your keyboard, because then it's just gonna mess up the video. So for videos, you can even pause it, or if you want, even while it's playing, let me go back to cursor, you can actually still draw while the video is still playing. And it's still there.
It also happened to be the location of our very first shark dive ever.
And if that's something I don't like, I can erase it, step back, whatever I want. So really cool for videos too. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is the picture mode. So let's say I have a student that's working on, you know, math, and they're having trouble, and let's say I'm gonna draw the touch math. So I can go over here, go to the pin, let's say they need their touch math dots. I can do that, draw it there. I can double count 9, 8, 7, there's 7, and then let's say I wanted to take a picture of this. So I can go over here in the picture mode, and I can take a screenshot. So I'm gonna left click that, back up so you can see, left click that, and it takes a picture. And then it gives you the options over here. If I wanted to download, print, copy to clipboard, crop, meaning I can resize it however I want and include whatever I want there. And that's it. So that's Google Chrome WebPaint. I recommend you guys getting it. It's a really good extension.